older than all of you guys in here, so I don't feel that old. So, but yeah, no, it's cool to be back. This is a pretty big campus. My high school was not this big. I think we had maybe 1,200 kids total. Service didn't have all these kinds of computers. Would have been pretty hard to pay attention, I imagine, with a computer monitor and internet in front of you. But yeah, so like I said, I'm 25 years old. It wasn't too long ago I was back in high school, and I know when I was in high school and still to this day, I really didn't like just having to sit and pay attention and listening to a bunch of other people speak. But I've been told you guys are, motivated kids, so that you guys would sit politely and be able to handle it and ask thoughtful questions at the end. But it's Wednesday, it's midway through the week. Figure let's have you guys do a little bit of talking. I was in your guys' shoes not that long back, so let's hear about kind of what you guys want to get out of this, and kind of get the conversation rolling a little bit, make this a little bit more interactive, and then we can go through my whole spiel and you guys can see a bunch of embarrassing pictures of when I was a kid, and we'll just kind of go from there. So work our way down this way. Just want to hear everyone's name. It's a fun fact. Why you signed up for this course. I believe she just told me you guys have been here since like 2:30. You're going to be here till 5:30. That's a pretty big commitment. Good for you. So yeah, why you signed up for this course and what your dreams are. Just give me one or two, please.
My name is Cynthia Perez. Fun fact about me is I like playing soccer. I chose this program because we get to hear about other people's experiences and their struggles from college and the college are good. And my dream is to get to Columbia University and become a detective.
Come on, what? Detective at Columbia University. Very cool. It's a great dream. I like it.
My name is Roger Gomez. I play sports. One thing I want to get out of this class, make it out of be somebody in life.
So you want to be somebody in life?
Oh, what I want to be, I want to be an entrepreneur.
Good. A musician? What instrument do you play? Good for you. Man?
My name is Michael Reyes.
Let's say so the camera can pick it up.
Oh, my name is Michael Reyes. I'm here for extra credit.
That's important.
Yeah. One of my goals, I just want to be like a police officer.
Police officer.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, is that a popular role in high school these days?
I don't know.
Good for you. Police officers are important.
Hello, my name is Armando. I'm here for extra credit as well.
Your dreams? You got some dreams, man?
Yeah, no, I'm not sure what my dreams are.
Never had a dream?
Oh yeah, but no.
Okay.
My name is Johnny. I'm here for extra credit.
Good.
Well, my dreams, I'm still not right there. I still don't know what I want to do in the future.
What you want to do in the future and what your dreams are to be are two separate things, brother.
Yeah, like, dreams, have none. Just that.
All right, well, let's see if we can help you come up with some letter.
My name is Frederick Hernandez. Maybe a class I want to get like after manage your own business and stuff like that. Because my dream is to own a big auto shop, like for cars.
Cool. Good for you.
My name is Patsy, and I'm here to learn about other people's experiences to prepare us for the future. And I want to be a lawyer in criminal defense.
Very cool.
My name is Jacob. I'm a cadet. I'm here for see what people feel like their steps going up to get big businesses.
Good. Right here?
My name is Jeremiah Arbona. I'm here because the class gives you extra college credit. I want to be between either a cop or something to business. And I like to run and walk.
Okay. I don't like to do either, but good for you.
do for a living?
I go to college and I wanna work for, well, I wanna do public health service.
Okay.
My name is Lisandro Cabrera. I'm here to learn about other people's experience, and my dream goal is to become a mathematics teacher.
Mathematics teacher. Good for you.
My name is Byron, and I'm here for like to credit.
Okay. No shame in that.
And I want to become a psychiatrist.
Cool.
My name is Rivaldo. I'm in this class to like learn from others' experience and take them into consideration for what I want to do. And my dreams are like getting a nice house, nice car, graduate college, and I want to go into the field of engineering.
Those are very good dreams. Nice house, car, college education. That should be at least for everybody's dreams to some extent, right?
My name's Kiara. I'm in this class because I want to learn from you guys' experience and how you guys got to where you guys are. And in the future, I want to go to MIT and be a genetic engineer.
Wow. Awesome. Good for you. Very lofty.
I am Guadalupe. I'm in this class because I just want to learn about others' experience and I want to go to college and become a social worker.
My name's Jackie. I also came to this class to learn from other people's experiences, and I kind of don't know what I want to be.
My name is Jade.
Happy birthday, Jade.
Thank you. And I'm in this class to see like the steps people took to become successful, and if I want to do that. But I really want to be a dermatologist.
Good.
My name's Saul Montoya, and I'm here in this class to get ideas on what careers I'd like to chase and the steps to go through them. Currently, I'm undecided on what I want to be, but I'm interested in art, so working for designing Google designs, working for Google practically sounds like
Google, very cool.
Yeah.
Google's very cool. Awesome. So you guys are here to learn about other people's experiences to help shape your own. And for the most part, it sounds like all you guys want to do work that helps other people, which is very cool. That's very exciting. I feel like my age, my generation, everything was a lot more selfish. You ask people what they want to be, it's I want to be rich. You ask people what their dreams are, it's to own a fancy car. And it's good to see that your guys' dreams are keep them lofty, but you know it's also very selfless. You guys want to help other people. You want to be police officer. You want to be pediatric. You guys want to help other people. Dermatologist. I think I heard some other things, which is good. Stay driven to the motivation of helping people, because helping people, whether it makes you, one, it will make you monetarily rich, but two, it'll make you feel rich inside. And finding true happiness from within is probably the most important happiness you can have. Doesn't matter if you have $1 in your pocket or you got millions of it. If you can't find happiness from within, you're never going to be happy about yourself. So you guys are on the right path for sure. So my name is Sean N Vid. I'm 25 years old. I'm the co-founder of Generator, and it's a startup that helps other entrepreneurs get to the next level. I'm co-founder and CEO, and in short, I run things. That's what it comes down to. I heard there's some other people who want to be entrepreneurs in this room, which is another good trend. You know, you find younger generations, with the more access you guys have to information, the more empowered you feel, and the more you want to make an impact in this world, and the more you want to be a part of something that's special. And whether that's doing some work that directly helps people, or doing something on your own, odds are you're still going to end up helping people anyways, because that's what businesses are about. If your business doesn't solve any problems, odds are it's not going to make that much money. It's a funny thing that goes on in the entrepreneurship world. It's a saying, if you want to make $1 billion, help 1 billion people. I was born in 1989 and raised in the Bay Area, Northern California. I was a very rambunctious little kid. Probably as wild and energetic as a kid as you can be. Got me in a lot of trouble. Still might a little bit, but You know, a lot of energy with the right kind of, everyone see that? With the right kind of guidance and compass can go a long way. To make it in this world, you need to be energetic. You need to have fire in your belly to help set you apart. Getting older. Pictures of me and my friends. You know, grew up in a smaller town up in the Bay Area, and you know, the kids you kind of went to elementary school with, you went to middle school with, you went to high school with. And it's just kind of funny seeing the way people change, the way people grow up, and where everybody ends up. Looking around these pictures, there's probably one kid I'm still in touch with. And that's okay. You live, you grow, you make new friends, you meet new people, and you realize the world is a big place. I attended Saratoga High School, also home of the Falcons. So that's your guys' mascot too. Very cool. Like I said, it's a small town nestled in Silicon Valley, about 20 minutes away from Google. Also near Apple and a couple other those big tech companies. So it's a little different. Things are a lot slower up there than they are over here in the hustle and bustle of Los Angeles. Personally, I like it better here. You know, it's all about finding places that work with you and fit your personality. In high school, I was not the nicest guy. Well, I was an athlete, played football, but you know what? You always have room to grow up, and don't ever kind of let anybody put a cap on you. I was, for lack of better terms, put it shortly, I was a bad kid who grew up in a pretty decent situation, in a pretty decent town that kind of looked after me. Didn't get the best labels, and lots of those labels were often probably deserved. But you know what? You live life, you grow up, and you learn to kind of take everything with an open heart and a grain of salt. And you just got to know that the labels people put on you, the kind of glass ceiling people put on you, it's BS at the end of the day. You are in control of your own destiny, and it's up to you to make that change in your life. And only you can make yourself better, but you got to be open and willing to do so. And you guys being in this class, whether it's for extra credit or because you actually do want to drive change and learn, or whether that's what they tell you to say, I mean, it doesn't really matter. This is all steps in the right direction, and I have no doubt that you guys are going to be better people from this kind of experience. I was a football player. Football was my life. That was pretty much what I was good at in high school, playing football and having fun. Wasn't the best student. Far from it. Had lots of potential. Was a pretty smart kid, just wasn't motivated. I was told, you know, this class is for some of the smartest kids in this school. Some of the most driven, some of the most motivated, which is great. You know, a huge round of applause to you guys. I wish the class was bigger and some more kids in here though. But you know, what you guys are doing is awesome, and I wish I took more advantage of high school. I really do. You know, anytime you have a chance to learn, it's making you better, whether you like it or not. You never know what you're going to use or what you picked up, how it's going to come into play in your life until it actually does. And when you get to apply something that you picked up, it's just like boom, it just clicks. You're like, shoot, I wish I remembered the other 3/4 of that I don't even remember because I didn't pay attention. Yeah, bad kid, good situation, unmotivated, limited aspirations, insensitive, troublemaker, jock. At the end of the day, just misunderstood. Was I different? Was I a bad person? I may have been different than a lot of the kids that I was around, a lot of my peers. Does that mean I was limited by those titles? No. You are in control of your own life and your own destiny, every step of the way. Now, you guys are younger, 16, 17 years old. Your parents are in control of a lot of things too. Or maybe they're not really even around in the situation whatsoever. My parents worked a lot. It was me home, taking care of my sisters, running things like that. At the end of the day, the people who are older than you, they know what they're talking about. They've been through life, whether they're smart or not, successful or unsuccessful. They have seen more things in life than you have, and they know what they're talking about. And it's important to take everything in what you can and make it apply to you on each kind of case-by-case scenario. With that said, you know, as you guys are probably experiencing, high school is a lot of fun. Still had some friends, still got to do some cool things, and got to live life. As you can see, a little bit bigger than everybody else. All right, so college. Like I said, I was unmotivated. It took me a little while to kind of get my act together. So I went to junior college. It was not that bad. A lot smaller classrooms, sure, a hell of a lot cheaper. And it gave me an opportunity to A, keep playing football, and B, made me realize this isn't where I want to be. I'm better, I can do better, and I was motivated to do better. The junior college route was probably the biggest eye-opening event in my life. And it's what motivated me and lit that fire under my butt to get me to my dream school. USC, right down the street. The home of the Trojans. It was always my favorite, it was always my dream school. It was always where I wanted to go. But just saying you want to do something and saying you want to be somewhere and not actually doing anything to get there, that's a dream wasted. It's not even a dream, it's like a fable. Like, write down your dreams, reassess them, and then count the steps you need to do to reach them. It's important. My favorite classes while in school, I liked all my major classes. I was an entrepreneurship major in the business school, or I was a business major with an entrepreneur track. I got a 3.8 in my entrepreneurship track. My GPA in high school was a 2.3. You find what motivates you. If you find yourself not liking the classes you're taking as your major, you might want to reevaluate why you're taking that career path. It's important that you like what you do, especially if that's something you're actually going to continue doing. You don't want to wake up 5-10 years from now, thousands of dollars in debt, and doing something you hate. So at the end of the day, like we said, right, happiness comes from within. No amount of money, no amount of anything can change if you're not happy from inside out. I enjoyed working in smaller classes. I enjoyed group projects. And that's what worked for me. Hated busy work, hated classes with bad teachers, made a point, if this teacher wasn't vibing with me, if I didn't like their demeanor, if I didn't like the way they were running the class, if there was a way out, if there was a way to find a different teacher, if there was a way to find it, because teachers make all the biggest difference. And the teachers that care, the teachers that want to help you succeed, the teachers that are there for you, that's the make or break between having a great course. I mean, the difference between loving and hating math is the way you were taught it. The difference between loving and hating English is the way you learned it. Your experiences in life, and it's usually your first experiences, your early experiences in life, is what shapes you for everything else moving forward. And it's important to kind of set yourself up for success whenever you can. I didn't really enjoy art and history classes. I do enjoy art, I do enjoy history. Didn't like it in a classroom setting, recognize that, tried to avoid them, took classes where I was challenged, where I appreciated it, and also didn't like any classes that were on Fridays. USC was the dream, and what made college so valuable? Yes, it was the education. Yes, it was having that diploma and having that degree, but more importantly, for life. The things that I learned about myself, living on my own, coming out to a new city, putting myself out there, knowing only a handful of people, and figuring it out and having a great time. That's what the true value of college comes in. It's the experiences and the takeaways you have from it, in addition to the education that you can apply moving forward. And at the end of the day, with college, just like anything else, it's you get in what you put in. If you're just going to class, not asking questions, sitting in the back, signing in, signing out, going straight home, not talking to your classmates, not participating, not showing up to the labs, you're not going to get as much out of it. You know, it's important. You know, you sit into a class for the first time, introduce yourself to the people around you. Introduce yourself to the teacher. Make a point to meet as many people as you can, because at some level you guys are connected. Another 10 years from now, you're going to see a bunch of strangers in the streets every day where you work, where you live. And you meet somebody from your same school, you meet somebody from a similar background, boom, you have a connection. And making those connections with people is more valuable than anything else. There's another common expression, especially in entrepreneurship, it's your network is your net worth. So it's about who you know, and just put yourself out there and see what happens. I think you'll end up pleasantly surprised. Career path. My first real job was personal trainer, 24-hour fitness. Didn't ever really see myself as a cubicle man, working a 9 to 5. I knew fitness. I knew working out. I knew how to get big, and I knew I wanted to work with people. So I became a personal trainer. From there, once I was in college, didn't have the time to dedicate, a full-time schedule. So I worked for Motorola. Was an intern there, and got to make that program work for me. It was very cool, kind of learning from corporate life, but at the same time still being in school, doing like weekly meetings with people, and even with that, right? There's being an intern, which can end up being some pretty lame stuff, fetching coffee, making copies, scanning. But if you do that stuff well, and you prove to people you're a go-getter, they'll let you do more meaningful stuff. Furthermore, if you take initiative, you can prove to people you can do more, and they'll let you do more. I was originally hired by Motorola to be their first campus ambassador, meaning I'm just one of a handful of kids who's on campus, who does some giveaways and let them know what's going on. Due to some outside of my control incidents, the other 3 people in the department left, and I had the opportunity to step up and tell my boss, hey, you don't need to go hire full-time people, I can help you build up this university relations program. I did that, worked full-time the whole summer, built up the program, hired 15 kids throughout universities around the whole country, and another 5 throughout the world. So by the time school year started again, I wasn't a campus ambassador anymore. My boss had positioned me because I proved to her what I can do, and that I stepped up to the plate. So I was positioned where I was essentially Motorola's eyes and ears on campuses and what college kids wanted. I was in meetings once a week with different department heads, VPs, directors. Hey, how do we get this in the hands of your generation? How can we make your generation want this? What does your generation need? And you know what? If I didn't give meaningful, thoughtful answers, you think I would have kept getting meetings once a week? Might have been 2 meetings ever. So when you have the opportunity to step up, don't be afraid. Come in there full force, swing for the fences, and hey, you might hit something. You're never going to get ahead in life by doing less, and it's important to try. After college, I went and I worked at Salesforce.com back up in San Francisco. Was there for less than a year before realizing corporate life was not for me. Salesforce was rated as top 10 places to work, number 1 most innovative company by Forbes 2 years in a row, one of the fastest growing companies in America, all this stuff. So I said, hey, yeah, that sounds right. That sounds like something I should do now that I have a college degree. It was all right. It was fun. I was doing sales. I was competing. I liked all my coworkers. My managers were cool. We were off every day at 4 p.m. We had happy hours twice a week. It was a lot of fun. But, I wasn't looking to have fun. I had enough fun in high school and college. I was looking to make something happen. And the only person whose shoulders it's on to make something happen was my own. So I could have stayed at that company for another 3-4 years, slowly but surely climbing the corporate ladder, getting all sorts of perks and numbing my brain. But I decided I'm just going to risk it all. Quit my job and decided to start a company. It's been a year and a half. The team is now 8 of us. We work actually right on USC's campus. And every day is so exciting, so thrilling to be a part of. So the picture on the left is a picture of corporate life. A lot of free time. One of the guys pulled a prank on somebody on the team, so when he left early one day, we decided to cover his desk with Post-its. Free Post-its that the company paid for, no meaning to us. Great use of resources and paper. It took us probably an hour or 15 minutes to put this all together. I guess that's one way to use your time. Picture on the opposite side. That's me and my friends, guys I went to college with, guys I've known since freshman year, guys who are all running the helm of their own companies. This is the Kairos Society, the K50 Summit. It was in Laguna Niguel a couple weeks ago. And could not be more proud of all of us. This Kairos, if you guys want to check it out, Kairos Society. It's the leading global organization of young entrepreneurs. These guys are pulling young entrepreneurs from all over the world, bringing them all into one place for the point of networking, collaborating, and figuring out ways to make things better. And that's what I want for all of you guys. You guys have already shown a lot of initiative and determination by being here. Don't let this slow you down. You gotta keep on grinding. Find people who share your goals. Find people who share your dreams. Find people who are more motivated and have more lofty goals than you, and associate yourself with them. Not saying leave your friends behind. It's important to have friends all across the board, but strive to be around people who will make you better, not people that you feel that you're better than, because that's not going to get you anywhere. That's going to get you an attitude. That's going to get you an ego. You find people who are older. Find people who are in situations that you want to find yourself in, and make a point to strive to be like them and strive to be better than them. Like with my company. I mean, we have 2 MBA students on our team. We have a lawyer who's passed the bar. We have a whole bunch of kids who are a hell of a lot smarter, a hell of a lot harder workers than me. And I work every day to make sure that's not true. And I mean, that's kind of what it's all about. To kind of jump track a little bit. Making money is great. Having a career is great. But life is about balance. And it's about finding that happy medium. And if your only motivation in life is to make a bunch of money, or to be your own boss, or just to stay out of people's way and live comfortably, you're going to be limited. You're going to be limited in your knowledge. You're going to be limited in your relationships. You're going to be limited in what kind of value you can truly bring to other people. Which is why it's important to experience all that life has to offer. Make a point to travel. Make a point to see the world. Make a point to do things that take you out of your comfort zone. Try to see all the things life has to offer. Some of them you may not like. Some of them you probably love. You're never going to know if you don't try. I mean, yeah, you can go traveling with tons and tons of money. You can actually go traveling for very little to no money. If you have that desire in your belly, you can figure out a way, and I've seen people do it all across the spectrum, and I cannot encourage you guys more so than to go experience different things you're not used to, things that really do put you outside your comfort zone. Because the older and older you get, you want to be comfortable in every situation. Like, you don't want to feel uncomfortable by seeing people that look differently than you, or being in experiences that aren't exactly the same as what you're used to. That's short-sighted, and it's limiting you, whether you know it or not. So, just kind of talking about this a little bit. A lot of people here want to be entrepreneurs, and I encourage more and more of you guys to do so. Our generation, we're heading down that kind of path, and it's an important one. But just because you are the CEO, you are the boss, doesn't mean you're the boss. I have a team of 8 people I have to listen to every single day. I have to make them happy. I have to make sure they want to come to work. I have to make sure they're getting the support they need. I have customers that I have to make sure are happy. I've got investors, people who put money into our company, into me, their own hard-earned money that go to their families, into me, that I'm responsible for making back, plus more. And then I have the entire company itself to look after. That's not an easy role whatsoever. Sometimes having a boss and him telling you exactly what to do, it's a lot easier. And for some people, that might be what you need to get you to a point where you're ready to do more. But I challenge you to strive to do more. Strive every day to do more than what you're doing today. Set goals, meet those goals. It's what's going to get you ahead in life. Life is not about being comfortable. Life's not about doing the same thing and finding satisfaction in what you do. That's whether you live to 100, whether you live to 50, if that's the way you live your life, you haven't really lived at all. So make sure to live life to its fullest. Okay, is there an academic exercise for the day?
No, we've kind of did it ahead of time. We kind of opened it up for question and answers at this time. So
let's do Q&A. What were you guys hoping to take away from my experiences to make you better? I'm an open book, guys. You can ask me anything. College, high school, middle school, what I'm doing tomorrow, what I had for lunch.
What did you have for lunch?
What did I have for lunch? Chicken and rice truck. If you ever see it, if it goes around this area a lot, I suggest try it. Simple, tasty, did the trick. Had a little slice of pizza too. It was good.
Well, I read that when you said that you were not a nice person, that you were a bully.
Yeah.
Like, were you actually a bully, or like?
Yeah. I was not the nicest kid. You know, some people are just kind of wired differently, and I'm sure you guys have more than a handful of bullies at your guys' school or in your lives, whether it's physical or emotional, whether they just make fun of you or they actually physically hurt you or whatever. There's plenty of definitions of bullies. You know, I was born just a little bit more aggressive and quick temper. And it took me a while to figure it out, but you know, I could say anybody who's known me since high school and those who've interacted with me since high school can say I'm probably one of the nicest people they'll meet. And I think that's an important thing to attest to as well. Like, the person you are today isn't the person you have to be the rest of your life. You can make a change if you recognize that you need to make a change and you actually want to do it. It's not a quick process. It's not a painless process, but it's a process and you'll come out better for it, no doubt.
Was it, well, you know how you said about balancing stuff, was it really difficult to balance school with working at the same time?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't really. I'd say and it depends on the individual, right? Depends how hard your workload is, depends how hard your school load is, depends how hard your extracurriculars are. You gotta find that right balance for you, but it's very possible. College is tough, but you got so much free time, man. Don't let anybody really tell you different. And it's just how you choose to use that free time.
What exactly does your business do?
Good question. So, Generator, it's spelled Genyratoy, so it's a play on Generation Y and Accelerator. And what we do is we help accelerate existing Generation Y businesses by connecting them to the tools, capital, and guidance they need to take their businesses to the next level. So pretty much what I'm doing is I'm trying to take all the benefits of the Silicon Valley ecosystem where I grew up. So Silicon Valley, it's like the big startup hub. It's where all entrepreneurs kind of flock to. And the reason why they do so is because there's so much support, there's so many services, there's so many different things going on there that helps make startups successful. And I'm trying to bring those all online and make it available to young entrepreneurs, such as yourself soon, across every industry, across every vertical. I don't think those benefits should be limited by location anymore. We have the technology and we're all comfortable meeting people, interacting, talking, conducting business online. That's just the way our generation grew up. So we're trying to help create an online platform that allows young entrepreneurs, businesses to live up to its greatest potential. Make one up. Do you have one?
Yeah. How did you come up with the idea of just making your company?
So, growing up in Silicon Valley, got to see, like I said, if you wanna make money, you wanna make a company, you gotta solve a problem. And a problem I saw was I had way too many of my friends outside of Silicon Valley who were all trying to be entrepreneurs and got some good success, kind of just have the companies go up, and then kind of just hit a plateau and just taper out a little bit because they needed real money, real capital, and real guidance. Like, having money to run your business is great, but it also helps to have somebody else who's been in your shoes before, who's established, who's experienced, who can be like, hey, this is how you use the money, this is what you need to do to make your business the best. And I never knew how to bring all those things together until I learned about this new thing called equity crowdfunding. Are you guys familiar with crowdfunding, like Kickstarter or something? Yeah? A little bit? Anyways. It's a way for average people to be able to like help. Anybody watch Shark Tank?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys know Shark Tank. So Shark Tank, people pitch you ideas. They have business. Huh?
Is that real?
That's real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shark Tank's real. I mean, it's not. You don't sit in a room with 5 people and they say, all right, you got 10 minutes. I'm gonna pull my money away. But I mean, that's real life. Yeah, when you have a business, you go raise money from people. You set a price on your company, you say how much of it you want to give to them, and you raise money. So what we're trying to do is let everybody be a shark. Now, that's not the right way of saying it, but we want to let everybody be able to invest and contribute to the success of other people's companies. So, yeah, think of kind of like Shark Tank. Any other questions from this side of the room? Huh? Okay.
They're asking me if you
I did it. It wasn't me. It was her.
Me?
Oh.
you have a girlfriend.
You talk a lot.
Well, when you're an entrepreneur, you don't really have time to have a girlfriend. No, my business is my baby right now. Hey, like I said, open book. Ask me whatever you want. You guys are here to learn from my experiences, right?
So you do what they kind of do?
Yeah, well, so we don't actually do the investing, but we let it so that other people can go online and hear about the company, hear the pitch, read about it, and they can invest themselves online without like, and instead of writing like $200,000 checks like what Shark Tank does, you can invest like $1,000, $5,000, $10,000. So it's a little bit different. The website's live, whatever. You can see a little bit of it. Generator.com, GNYRATOR. Anything else?
Any more questions for Sean? I mean, this is your opportunity, folks, especially my extra credit students here. Because you guys will be starting your business proposal soon.
When you're stressed, do you ever thought of quitting or something?
Quitting? Absolutely not in me.
What'd you say?
I played defensive end, outside linebacker, and I played middle linebacker in college. I was a lot bigger. You know, the thought of quitting always is going to cross your mind. Yeah, it's always easier just to stop, right? Just, this assignment's hard, it's long, I'm tired, I don't feel like finishing out these last couple questions, I'll just quit. But like, who are you really quitting on, man? Like, you're quitting on yourself. You're only cheating yourself. And it's like, there's parts of this that you gotta kind of be a little selfish about, right? If you want to be the best you can be, you can't quit. And you gotta take that mentality with everything. Like, I don't feel like brushing my teeth tonight. Nope. Get your butt in there and brush your teeth. I mean, if you just kind of take that mentality every day, like, I'm gonna wake up at this time every day. I'm gonna go to, well, I don't really sleep much, so that's a bad example. But you just gotta try to stay disciplined, stay flexible. You don't have to be a complete creature of habit. I can't stand that. But I mean, it works for a lot of people. You know, a lot of the most successful people in the world have their day scheduled out to a T. That, I can't do that. But quitting for the sake of quitting because it's too hard is probably the worst thing you can do for yourself. Quitting or stopping to do something, or, you know, deciding that this isn't the best thing to pursue because logically it makes sense and your time can best be used elsewhere, that's one thing. But just flat out quitting because it's too hard or too difficult, don't ever do that, man. Like, don't sell yourself short.
Have you ever been disrespected by your workers? And when you have, how does that feel?
That's funny you asked that. Have I been disrespected by my workers? No. And disrespect's one of those funny things, right? I mean, what does disrespect really mean?
Yeah, what does it mean?
A lot of people have varied levels of what respect is and what respect isn't. And it's like when you separate the truth from the story, 9 out of 10 times, disrespect is really kind of just your own ego, right? So if someone says they don't agree with me, is that disrespect? No, it means they don't agree with me. If someone says I'm wrong, does that mean they're being disrespectful and my feelings should be heard? No, it means they don't agree with me. Now if someone's trying to make fun of me or says something different, like, yeah, you gotta address that. But I mean, I'll be honest, me and my co-founder, we are aggressively bumping heads right now. And it's tough because he's a very particular way and I'm the opposite. And you know, if we want to make this work, we gotta grow up and we gotta put personal things aside and do what's best for the company. And that means swallowing our prides and ego and separating the fact from the story. And I think that's a big lesson that I'm starting to learn recently, is being able to separate the fact from the story. And it's the facts. Stick to the facts. Take all the story out of it. Like who cares how many times someone's poked you or made fun of you? Live in that one moment right there. Live in that one situation there. Don't bring the past into things. Don't bring the story you built in your head. It's because he called you this. Society's told you that this means you should react a certain way. No, it's just a word. So stick with the fact. And I think that's probably a big takeaway you can use moving forward in life.
Any other questions for Sean? All right, let's give Sean a round of applause.